why Hiranyaksha come and interfere when Lord Varaha is lifting the earth. It is misplaced. Connect to this Maitreya Muni narrates a history of Diti get into pregnancy in the inauspicious time. Diti is the wife of Kashyapa. In the evening, when Kashyapa Muni is performing his evening rituals, Diti is forced Kashyapa to engage in sexual activity. Purpose is that because Diti was childrenless. She looked, you're desiring for a son. So she forced Kashyapa, and Kashyapa is informed that Diti, this is not the right time to engage in sexual activity, to beget a child. In spite of the instruction of the Kashyapa, Diti is not listen the instruction of the Kashyapa, the great sage, who knows the injection of the Shastras and the regulated principles. Somehow Diti is forced and indulge in sexual activity to beget a child. Later on, Diti came into senses that she did a wrong action. So she asked for forgiveness from the Devatas, particularly Lord Shiva, and also requested the husband, Kashyapa Muni, even though it is pregnancy happened the inauspicious time, as a mother, she wanted to protect that womb, the pregnancy, to get a child. And Maitreya Muni say here to Diti, because Diti was fear. So Kashyapa say, because your mind is being polluted because of the defilement of the particular time, because you are not followed the proper time, because of your negligence of my directions. So Diti did mistake. She not followed the particular time, and she also not listened to the advice of her husband, Pati. And she not cared for the demigod, disrespecting the demigods. And also her mind is polluted because of the sexual desire. These are the inauspicious things the Kashyapa is telling. These are the inauspicious things. Okay, your mind is polluted. Even in sex indulgent, mind should be pure. That's what say here. That is the reason in a sanskar I say, before the pregnancy, one should purify the mind by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. So here, Diti was very much overwhelmed with the sex desire, and as her mind is polluted, and she not follow the particular time as per the Vedic system to be followed, because to get a good child there is a particular auspicious time to be followed. She not followed even that, and not listen to the guidance of the husband. Husband is the guide for the women in ancient culture anytime actually. If the religious husband to be followed by the wife, this is the system. Because for the women, there are no education in ancient culture. Women will be guided by the husband who is properly trained under the guidance by a guru in the Gurukul. And she should listen to him and also should be respectful to the devatas. These are the 4 mistakes he did. That is the reason now Kashyapa say, Kashyapa able to foresee what's going to happen. So that is the reason he is telling to Diti, you have 2 contemptuous sons born of your condemned womb. Condemned womb. When proper Vedic process is not followed, and such pregnancy is condemned. So, in Bhagavad Gita, the Prabhupada Gita quote from the Bhagavad Gita is where Arjuna is asking to Krishna. Very important to understand. Arjuna is very, very religious. In the beginning of Kurukshetra war, Arjuna is watching the opposite party strength. And Duryodhana also watching the Pandavas' strength. Now what Arjuna feel when, and what Duryodhana see. This is what happens between the religious man and irreligious man. Here in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna say, Yadyapi etena pashyanti lobo bhata chesasa kulakshaya kritan dosham mitra dochesa patakam. Here Arjuna say, Yadyapi ete pashyanti. Say, those people, Arjuna is telling him the Duryodhana, is lobo pahata. His mind is full of lust, desires. His mind is chetas, I mean his mind is full of lust. Lust means desire for the material possession. Lot of material desires. Duryodhana is blind because of the desire for the material possession. That's the reason he is not able to understand. Killing of the family, kulakshaya, killing of the family, doshan, fault, mitra doha, quarreling the fence. And he is not thinking that is something is wrong I am doing. Duryodhana is not understanding. Killing friends. And family, killing of family, because family members only assemble. You're not feeling, okay, something I'm wrong is doing. Why you not able to understand this? Because he say, Loba pahata chesasa. Because his mind is full of material desires. One will have a lot of material desires, he is not able to understand what's right, what's wrong. This is what the Asurik Pravarti mean, materialism. Krishna says, what a Asura thinks, what to do, what not to do, what is right, what is wrong. Asura not able to understand. This is the nature of Asuric pravritti. So because he is so full of material desires, that's the reason he not able to understand, okay, these are killing of his own family members, friends. Whatever the sins he indulged in, those things, he not at all worried about. Next, what Arjuna say, Katam na jayam asmabhihi. Arjuna says, asmabhihi, we. Krishna says, we mean you and me. Krishna and you, asmabhihi. Katam jayam. We knows. Papad asmam nivartithum kulakshaya kshatra kulakshayam kritam dosham prapyasyadbhir janardana. Asmabhihi, by us is not, papad, by sins. You will be seized by the sinful activities. Will be indulged in sinful activities. That we know. Because we don't know, but we know. So then, why should we indulge in this kind of engagements? Usually, you say, Janardhana. Prapyasyadhibhir Janardhana. Why Arjuna say Janardhana? Janardhana means the maintainer of the praja, jana. You are the maintainer of the common public. Why will you indulge me in such sinful activity? Because I know this is not good. Further say, Kulakshaye pranashyanti kuladharmaha sanatanaha dharme nashte kulam krishnam adharmabhi bhavityit utha. With the destruction of the dynasty, the eternal family tradition is vanquished. And thus the rest of the family becomes involved in irreligious practices. If the kings are died, then there is no ruler and take care of the rules. And eternal family tradition of the Varnashrama will be fall down. Thus the rest of the family become involved in the religious activities. Then because of the rulers are lost, then who are the left of the people? Because no one is care for the law and order, and the people will indulge in irreligious activities. So, a religious man will think always about how can I protect the country irreligiousness. And furthermore, Arjuna say, how Arjuna is justifying. Particularly here, if adharma will be prominent, what are the people are affected? Same thing where Kashyapa is telling to Diti. Adharma bhi bhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulasriyaha strisu dushtasu varshneya jayate varnashankaraha. And clearly Arjuna is explaining about religious practice will be uphold to keep up the peaceful living in this world. The people want to be peaceful to live. Religious practice to be properly followed. The instruction of the Vedic books should be properly followed. If not followed, here say, generally, okay, someone is not take care of the law and order. A religion having be predominant. Irreligious will be predominant. And irreligious is predominant. One of the important role here, where the connect to the Kashyapa is telling. The women have a very important role in the society. But the important role of the women should follow the instruction of the religious husband and act according to the instruction of the Vedic scriptures. If it don't happen, okay, here is what is the if a woman is neglected, Varna Shankara, he say, Jayate Varna Shankaraha. When irreligion is prominent in the family, oh Krishna, the women of the family become corrupt. And from the degradation of the womanhood, oh descendant of Vrishni, comes unwanted population. The woman is not properly following the religious region. Particularly in this case, the Aditi was not following the religious practice. So, there is a unwanted pregnancy. Prabhupada say, good population in human society is the basic principle of peace. If the population is good and cultured, which is a basic principle of peace, prosperity, and spiritual progress in the life. The citizens are very cultured, then there is a peace, there is a prosperity, there is a spiritual progress. The Varna Ashrama religions, principles are so designed that the good population would be prevail in society for the general spiritual progress of the state and community. Such population depends on the chastity and faithfulness of the womanhood. Prabhupada very clearly say here, the good population and community, such a population depends on the chastity and faithfulness of its womanhood, as children are very prone to be misled. Women are similarly very prone to be degradation. Therefore, both children and women require protection by the elder members of the family. By being engaged in the various religious practices, women will not be misled into the adultery. In a proper religious practices shall be followed, then women not be polluted. So, women have the very important role here because Diti very much careless. That's what Kashyapa Muni says. You are very careless on your behavior, your activities. So, a woman should not be like. That's the reason here say the Kashyapa Muni is foreseen that in your womb there are two children going to get birth. Because her womb is condemned because she not follow the religious practices, then those children become the cause of lamentation in the society. Lamentation for the society.